This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian, and with me, as always, is...
I'm Mark.
And we are talking shit. Before we get started, Mark, today we have a very special guest. He's a boxer, an actor, a wrestler. But before we get into that...
Hey, don't forget stand-up.
Oh, yeah, he's a comedian. I can't wait to see this, guys. We... are part of a network. It's called the Deluxe Edition Network. And if you guys go and check us out on Deluxe Edition Network, there are 2 podcasts of the month. Mark, they are
Barrel Age Flicks and History I'd Like to Fuck.
Perfect. Mark, your favorite is?
Oh, of course, History I'd Like to Fuck.
Hey,
I'll blast that one all to hell. You know, I love that one. You know, listening to her, she's got some great ones, and she makes you want to hear about history, not just a boring old "Oh, how are you?" You know.
Oh, that's us. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, you want to introduce our guest here?
Oh, hell no! Yeah, I'm gonna butcher his name. You know that.
Let me try it, guys. Here we go. This is Anthony Stallone Patanella.
Hey,
Anthony, how did I do? How did I do with the last name?
No, you did perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great. Yeah, I'm always scared about people's last names, especially that have a lot of really long ones. So
we didn't want to butcher it, and I was just like, listen, I'm just gonna call him Anthony, and we're gonna go from there.
So, first question out of the gate. So, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. How you guys doing?
Before we came on, you were telling us where you were just coming from.
Yeah, it was. It's been a busy week. I've been promoting this movie somewhere in Queens with Ray Romano and Laura Metcalf. It's a great movie. It's a comedy. It's sad. It's motivational. It's everything all in one shot. And it's Ray's debut for his first for his director's cut. So
okay.
He's making his first one that he's directing ever. So he did a fantastic job.
Perfect. Yeah, I've seen a couple of previews for that. Are you in this film?
No, I'm not in it. The studio reached out to me and just asked if I would like to help them promote it and get behind them and come out to the premiere and just help them promote it. So I went out there to New York City last week and met the whole cast, saw the screening, took pictures and and just started promoting them on my social media.
Yeah, you've done a fantastic job. I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the only thing you control.
I got to see a lot of photos of a lot of actors, big time actors that you've been affiliated with. Not just Mr. Romano, but the Stallone brothers.
Yes, Frank and Sylvester.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And how does the Stallone name for your that's for your boxing career? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
was that given to you? Was that bequeathed to you by him, or was that something that you came up with?
Yeah, I just I picked it up because Frank actually got me into celebrity boxing back in like 2008, 2009, and then so I started using the name in with my last name Patanella in about like the end of like 2009. And then I just started carrying it, in with it
Very cool. Very cool.
as like
You
a
have
dedication.
No, that's fantastic, man. I didn't know
Yeah.
if that was something that they were like, hey, we want you to use the name, to help us keep carrying that on, because you appear, and I haven't seen a lot of fighting yet, but I think we're gonna get more into that here, Mark and I, because I was like, dude, did you say he's a wrestler too? Is that right?
Yeah, I was a wrestler before I got into boxing.
Like high school wrestling or like Greco-Roman style?
Or pro?
No, pro wrestling. I thought, like, when I was in middle school, when I heard they had wrestling, I thought it was pro wrestling.
That's what I thought when I was in
Yeah.
primary school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I went out and I was like, oh, they got wrestling. So I was like, so I tried out for the team, and I was like, wait, they don't have a ring? You're on a mat, So
Pass.
it was way different, and I didn't like it. So I didn't last too long in that.
Yeah, mine was I can't clothesline. What the hell? I can't put them in a headlock, and or I can't flip them backwards, and I went one season and that was it.
No DDTs, no body slams, no hurricanranas. That's not happening.
Got beat by a girl also.
So Mark's a huge wrestling fan.
Yes, I am.
I actually wrestled. I actually wrestled in the Indies in early 2000s. I did it for about a week. It really hurt your body.
He only had he only did it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. It takes a toll on you, and I think that you can probably attest to that. You've climbed into the squared circle.
Yeah.
You've wrestled.
Yeah, I started after high school. I told my parents, I hated school. So I didn't want to go to college. That was out of the question. So I always wanted to be a wrestler. I always wanted to do it, watching the legends on TV. So I told my parents I want to go to wrestling school. So my parents is like, well, is there a school around? So I said, actually, there's one that's opening up. It's the IWF Center in West Paterson, New Jersey, and they're starting a class that December. So my dad was like, all right, well, let's go check it out. So we went down there, and we took a tour of the camp. Kevin Knight took us around, and I loved it. It had a ring, and they had weights and a locker room and nice facility. And my dad was like, what do you think? And I was like, where do we sign? What do we do? So he was like, if you want to do it, we'll do it. This is your college. So, we signed up, and then I went from December, and I graduated in April. I had my first match in April.
Very cool. Did you wrestle under your regular name, or did you wrestle as?
No. So then it came time to like having a gimmick. And after learning all the ropes and all that, so I met with Biggie Biggs, and we sat down, and it was like, what do you want your gimmick to be? So I said, I'm a big Rocky fan. So I said, I would like my gimmick to be like a boxer and something like Rocky. So he's like, well, why don't you keep your first name like Tony, and why don't you go by like Balboa? So I went by Tony Balboa.
That's fantastic. LJH Productions.
Yeah, I was about to say. Sorry, I was about to say that's what they put.
Tony Balboa. Very cool.
Nice.
So you're an East Coast wrestler, not a West Coast wrestler. I don't know that there's a big, huge difference between East Coast and West Coast wrestling. I think we all have the same language. We get guys that say, well, wrestling's fake. No, wrestling's not fake. The outcomes are predicted, or not predicted. The outcomes are there. We already know what's going to happen as far as the finishes. But wrestling can actually physically hurt you.
Of course.
You can literally not tuck your neck when doing a roll, a simple roll, and you can hurt yourself. Is that right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I got yelled at so many times. Tuck your freaking neck. Tuck your freaking neck. You're gonna break your freaking neck. Tuck your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Tony, you went to school with LJH. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yes. I think it was who's that?
I don't want to put you on the spot. If you don't know, he's going to have to put his name out there. He put LJH Productions. So
I'm not sure on that name.
It's cool though that you got a follower following you here. I mean, listen, we have two viewers. It's mom and dad.
Lewis.
So
his name's Lewis.
Yeah. Lewis. Yeah, where did we go? What school?
See, this is where the call-in would be great at.
Yeah, we're waiting on. We're trying to get this Discord to work so that we can. We're gonna actually have our fans call in so we can put it online and just say, hey, listen, here you go. Here's the question. I think that's going to be really cool. That's why we're trying to do stuff here live. You went to Votech together with them.
Oh, Votech. Oh, okay. Union County Votech.
So you have a very strong accent. You're not from New York. You're from the inner city of New Jersey, it sounds like. Is that right?
Jersey, yeah.
Jersey, okay. I lived in Jersey for a little while. I was stationed at Lakehurst. Lived in where did I live? Right around the corner from there. Fort Dix. Lived in Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Nice.
Was stationed over at Lakehurst though. I love Jersey. I couldn't stand the circles. I'm glad you guys got rid of the circles and the jug handles. But I hear that they're trying to bring back jug handles. Is that right?
Oh, they still got those.
They still got those.
Okay, for us small folk here, what's jug handles?
So you're not allowed to make a left-hand turn. Is that right? You can't make a left at a red light. You had to turn right into the jug handle and go up and around. So that's a jug. That's a jug handle.
It's so confusing.
The circles were ridiculous. Like when I first moved to Jersey, I remember we drove a U-Haul truck with all of our belongings in it, and I pulled into the first gas station in Jersey. After I went around the circle 3 times, I was like, I'm lost. I don't have any idea. 70, I think it was 70, right? 70 is like the main strip that goes right through Lakehurst.
Yeah.
And that's where I was headed. And so I'm on this highway, and I'm like, oh, I got to get gas. Well, I went around the circle 3 times. I stop at a gas station. All of a sudden, this guy approaches me in the middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I'm going to pump your gas. I'm like, no, I'm going to pump my own gas. He's like, no, you don't understand. We pump your gas here. So that was the other beautiful thing about New Jersey. They took care of you. They pump your gas. They'll check your windshield wiper fluid.
Oh, the old school.
Yeah. And that's what those guys do.
They check your oil too?
They can if you ask them, but most of them, they're there to put gas in your car. And if there's anything else
they didn't want people to run off with the gas. That was it. Okay. So you wrestled, and I seen that you Enzo Amore.
Yes.
You know, he's had a bad rap over the years.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about him also? You know, is he?
When I met him, actually he was performing with his band in Clifton, New Jersey, and you know, he's a great guy. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's very, very cool. And you know, he's very talented with wrestling, his music, and he's like on the spot, like with lyrics, like awesome.
Oh yeah,
But now
he's
he
great.
just, yeah, he's great. But now he just got picked up with that other wrestling promotion. What is that? Major League?
No, they let him go because he
They did?
refused to. Yes, last week they were talking about it. They let him go because he refused to do a spot that would jeopardize something of his, and he did not want to do it.
You
So
talk
they
about
let him go.
MLW wrestling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's better that they let him go from that for that reason, because I mean he's a great talker. I mean, really good talker. One of
Yeah.
those ones that you would put into a rap battle and he would go.
He's no John Cena. I'm just saying.
I'm
kidding.
Yeah.
But what organizations have you been in for wrestling?
Steve Carino, I wrestled for in Pennsylvania when he had his promotion.
Okay.
Steve Carino. Now he's working. Now he's with WWE.
Right.
Yeah. And then I was with I wrestled with Simon Diamond and Dawn Marie.
Okay. Yeah.
Back when they were with ECW.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and then who is it? Ken Shamrock.
That's got to be somebody to wrestle for and with, right? I mean, that guy's an absolute freaking monster.
Yeah, and that was that was back. That was back after like his UFC days, and when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
Now this LJH production seems to know you very well, because he said that something about Darren Young.
Darren Young, yes, Darren Young, Fred Sampson trained with me at the IWF, and then he went on to go to WWE. He went to NXT and then WWE, and he was one part. He was the tag team with Primetime Players.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I remember when the first time I met Darren Young at NXT. It was before that they actually, you could actually talk to the wrestlers around. And my daughter got all the autographs and stuff, and he was one of the ones that, because she wasn't able to get one of them, and that was the champion at the time, Eddie Guerrero's daughter, when she was there, and he was one of the ones that took it in the back along with another girl, and took it in back just to get the autograph for her. And
oh wow,
that was awesome. I loved it when they could do that, where you could talk to the wrestlers to see what they're like, and then once WWE actually went and revamped it all, it wasn't the same anymore. You couldn't talk to the wrestlers, you couldn't get autographs like you wanted, or but all said and done.
Mark's upset with NXT. He's like, "Oh my god, they put tickets out. They wanted $80.
They wanted $80 for just not their good seats, $50 for that, and $80 for. And then they changed it a week before I.
Because I told him, I said, Mark, you want to go to NXT? We'll go to NXT. We'll go watch it.
Yeah, well, I'm going on the 25th or 24th of next month.
Good for you. I'm not going.
Yeah. So wrestler boxing. let's talk about that. Was it just only celebrity boxing? Because I seen that you have two different championships in two championships in two different divisions.
Yeah. It was the celebrity boxing light heavyweight title, and then the WXC cruiserweight title.
Who'd you beat for them?
Who was it? Mike Davis was for the cruiserweight title, WXC, and the light heavyweight title was I was supposed to fight. This is going back 12 pack from VH1. I don't know if you remember him.
Not me. I don't remember him.
I sort of.
He was on one of the reality shows.
Okay. No, I don't remember him then.
And
I don't watch reality shows, to be honest.
Yeah, so I was supposed to fight him, and then he backed out, and then they got a replacement guy, Jason Wheeler. So I fought him, and I wound up beating him.
Very cool. Let me ask you, when you get into a ring, whether it's wrestling or boxing, what's your fight music? Everybody's got one. Everybody's got a song. Everybody's got something.
It changes up from every well, for wrestling, when I was doing the Tony Balboa, it was the Rocky theme.
Okay.
Eye of the Tiger? Or the
or the Gonna Fly Now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then boxing was just like either Eminem or anything that was playing that was like currently like new or like that was popular.
Okay. And that's what you would come out to the ring in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't have like, okay, I'm gonna put my headphones on, we're done training, like I'm done beating up my trainer, and I gotta get ready for this fight, and this is what I want to listen to, like a little, like 3 days.
To get ready for the music.
You know what I'm saying?
Before the music, you put on music just to get hyped up for the match. Is there something that you listen to?
Oh, like in the back? No,
yeah.
I didn't. I never listened to music in the back.
Oh, okay. So
No.
You trained all the way up. So when you're boxing, you trained all the way up. You get in the locker room and you're still training. You're training until you walk out to the ring. Is that right?
What do you mean? Like
as far as getting mentally prepared and
yeah.
You're getting ready to go. You're getting ready to go knock a guy out.
Yeah.
You're trying to knock this guy's teeth down his throat. There's got to be something like for me, I would think like, hey man, I'm about to jam out to this heavy metal song to get prepped, ready. But what it sounds like is you were more focused on the fight itself, not getting your head right for as far as music goes, but to have your trainer say, hey, listen, he's going to hit you with a couple of jabs and then you're going to throw a left hook, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I usually I listen to music usually like before bed.
Okay.
Before I sleep. That's my like meditation. That's when I relax. That's when I listen to music to relax and to just to chill out and stuff like that. That's okay. When I usually listen to music or motivational speaking and stuff like that. But usually when I train at the gym and stuff, you see all these people wearing headphones and stuff. I don't use headphones. I don't nothing. I motivate myself,
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. You want to hear what Brian's what Brian listens to when he does all that stuff?
No, I don't listen to anything.
Yes, you do. It's Brass Monkey.
Oh yeah? Come on, man. Listen, I like the Beastie Boys. I am not gonna lie to you, but
oh, I know you do because that was the first thing that you ever told me. You were listening to that.
Beastie Boys are good.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying nothing bad about them.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up with them, so yeah.
That's right. Do you have a person that inspires you for what you do, Tony?
Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
Very. I mean, if you listen to like what he went through to get to where he is, I mean, very motivating.
Yeah, he went from nothing to absolutely nothing to being one of the most you know admired person in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, with his speech impairment and him have to sell his dog because he didn't have the money, and then uh, him have the Rocky script that he wrote, him presenting that to film people. They wanted to buy that off of him, and they were gonna buy it, and then he said that okay, that's great, but I want to be the star in it, and they said no,
Mhm.
we'll buy it, but we don't want you to act in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, 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 no. I want to sell it to you, but I want to be the actor in it. And
Yeah.
they weren't willing. They weren't willing to do it. And he said that I'm not going to sell it.
How did he get to the point where he was able to be Rocky? What studio did he finally take it to? Was it MGM or something that he finally
Yes.
took it to, and they said, "Yeah, we'll do it."
It was MGM. They kept raising the money, and he was like, you know, as they kept raising the money, he was like, oh my God. He goes, I can really use that, but you know, I can buy my dog back. You know, I can live. You know, I don't have to suffer. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I think how it came about, they gave in, and then he said to them, if you let me play the part, I'll give you a part in the movie. He told the guy.
Yep.
That's cool.
The guy that had the dog.
Yeah.
He bought the dog back from the guy, and he said I think he paid triple for the dog back. And
Wow.
he told the guy, and he'll also give him a part in the movie of Rocky.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a man of his word. He didn't say something and then be like, you know.
I think the interesting part about the Rocky movies, or about Rocky himself, that turtle in there in Rocky 1.
Yeah, Cuff and Link.
Yeah, he still has that. He still has the same turtle.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's our age. Yep. And he makes a big deal about.
They were in Rocky Balboa, the Rocky 6.
So it's two turtles.
Well, yeah, it started off with one. I think, right? I thought
there was Cuff and Link. I don't know if he just got one now.
I'm not sure. I just remember reading about that he still had the turtle from part 1, and I'm like, man, it's like 40, 44, 45 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, turtles last forever though, man. They're old school.
But that's an interesting tidbit.
Wow.
When you're training, when you're getting ready to go and box, do you train at a club, like a boxing club? Do you train with a team? Or are you a solo fighter as far as?
No, actually, I started out at one of the gyms that I started out in Newark, at a gym called El Coqui Boxing. It was a Spanish club. And then one of the next gyms that I went to was called the Lead Heat Boxing. And when I started with them, there was coaches there that I really got along with. One was Sharif, one was Wali. And actually, true story, Wali is part of Top Rank Boxing now. And he's the coach of Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
I don't know if you follow boxing. He's one of the top pound for pound fighters in the 135 division right now.
And that 135 division, what is that considered? Is that light featherweight?
Featherweight.
Yeah. Bantamweight?
Yeah. It's like featherweight.
Okay.
Too many damn divisions. Yeah.
He actually was like 126. He went to the Olympics, and then
I have heard.
he got a medal out there, the silver. But I think he should have won. So his grandfather, which was my coach, is his grandson, and he's been training him since he's been very little. And I've seen him in the gym since he's like very young.
And he's a no quit. He's got the no quit attitude.
Yeah, he's just been. His grandfather Wally told him that you gotta play a sport because you can't be on the street So he's been in the gym every day. The grandfather. I was at the and he just kept him focused and boxing and straight and narrow and training and so he just stayed with it and he's been a world champion already. He's 25. He's dominated 126 division. He went up. He demolished the 130 division, and now he just moved up to the 135 division. He just fought at the Newark Prudential Center, and he just took the guy out in the 7th round.
Holy cow!
135, and he's about to dominate and clear that division and grab another world title in another division.
So this guy has gone 7 rounds, and one of my questions that I had written down earlier was for you as far as boxing goes. When you climb in that ring, what's more important? Is it the stamina? Is it the mentality? Is it the power? Or is it the speed? What?
I would say number one, your head's got to be in the game. Stamina, definitely, and it not necessarily because there's some fighters like Mayweather that not necessarily has the power like he did because he hasn't knocked really anybody out in like 20, 25 years. So, but his defense and it's his speed that win the fights. He's got the best defense in the game. Mm-hmm. And he's his speed and he's a counter puncher, so he's fast. So if you got the speed, you don't really need the power because you're winning on points. And he's and when you counter and you try to hit him, he's gone. He's moving. So I don't really think it's the power. That's if you're trying to knock somebody out, it's good to have the power with the speed. But if you have speed, that can win you the fights.
So the two most important things you think would be the speed and the stamina, and then of course the logic, the ring logic and stuff like that would be that topping. It's what it sounds like.
Speed, mentality, stamina. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for all of our smokers out there, if you're looking to get into boxing, stop smoking now. It's only going to do you an injustice if you climb in the ring. Anthony, is there anybody specific that you would love to climb in the ring with just to fight, just to box? Floyd. We talked about Floyd there for a second. Is that one of like a dream match?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what? I mean, hey, everything's going on with like the YouTube fights and Jake Paul and all that, and you got Mayweather going to Dubai and Saudi Arabia to fight for $50 million. I mean, listen. I mean, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. And,
sign me up.
I would fight. I would take my chance with Mayweather. I mean, the best of the best. I would definitely. I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I mean, I'm not a boxer by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll
do it for 50 million, or even for 5 million. Okay, come on. I'll put my hands up. I'll go down just as quick, probably. But what the hell? Why not?
You're going down as fast as you put your fist up, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, with when Mayweather fought not Jake Paul, but Logan Paul, that one was a joke anyways. I mean, Mayweather didn't even try, and he was just there, and you could see where he was where he hit Logan, and you could see Logan's eyes, I swear, go in the back of his head.
Yeah.
LJ says he wants to ask if you could go back to wrestling, what would be your dream match in wrestling? Good question.
My dream match.
Yeah, if you're still wrestling, you climb in the ring.
Who would you like to wrestle? Who is your dream opponent?
It's a tough one, dude. There's a lot of people that I would like to wrestle.
Yeah.
I could tell you who I'd like to wrestle, and that's Trish Stratus.
See?
Yeah, right.
Mark, she will hurt you. I'm not even
kidding. I'm more than willing to let it happen. Kelly, or
if I were to I mean the dream, I mean, like, it would be like if I could get in the ring with like a Darren Young, or I also was in wrestling school with Rob Strauss. He goes by Robert Stone now.
Yes.
He's in NXT. He was in
he's a manager. Yep.
Yeah. I wrestled him a lot in the IWF, but then when he went to TNA and then NXT, then we never faced off again, and we had some good matches. So it would be different now to see having a match now, but and then again, I never had a match with my teacher, and we talked about it. Kevin Knight, teacher versus student.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, and I know he does the yearly events, relay for the cancer events down in Nutley, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Relay for Life. So I know he put something out there, and then he tagged me in something, and I said, it would be nice, teacher versus student, Kevin Knight versus Tony Balboa, and he liked it, and maybe like no falls anywhere count, standing 8 count. I mean, standing 10 count.
No That'd be rules. Great. Yeah. No rules, no holds barred, kind of match where the last man standing, last person standing. Up. Yeah, the last person to get up. Count of 10. Kevin Knight. So you're calling him out
versus Tony Balboa.
Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done.
I'd watch that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, right.
100%. Yes.
Let's switch a thing up here. I read in on one of the things on there that you are a stand-up comedian, or you performed a stand-up.
Well, I did. I made my, it was long awaiting. I've been thinking about it, and I've been told so many times, you missed your calling. Why don't you get up there and do it? So I was like, what the hell? I'll do it. So I knew this promoter in Atlantic City, and he's like, give me a shot. And I went up there, and I went out there. It was December of 2021, and who was it? Bob Levy from the Howard Stern was actually the host. So
Radio Bob. It's Radio Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverend Bob Levy.
Yeah. I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was the host, and I remember him from doing the boxing circuit. So that's where I met him at. So we already knew each other. So I was like, hey, how you been? So he's like, good. You still boxing? I said, yeah. I said, I just had a fight in Miami. So he's like, how'd it go? So I said, good. So he said, now you're doing comedy? I said, yeah, I want to be like you, So yeah, so I did that, and for the first time, it wasn't bad, to be in AC and you know, to to just to be there and to just have the courage to get up on stage.
I think that's the number one thing is putting yourself out there. I mean, people watch you pummel people and get pummeled by people in a ring, right? And now you're
Yeah.
getting up there to address people. And in a boxing ring and a wrestling ring, we go and we sweat. But I'm going to tell you, getting on stage in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people, I could break out in a sweat like this. It's the worst workout that you'll ever have, and you're like, oh my god, is it bright in here? What the hell's happening?
Yeah.
Like, is it like the sun is just beaming down on you, right? So I completely understand, and I commend you for getting that opportunity to put yourself out there and go on stage. How long was your set for your comedy show that you did there?
It's crazy because the promoter was like, I'll give you like 15 minutes, but if it's going good, you stay up there. So, 15 minutes went by, and it went by quick for me.
Yeah.
And usually, they said 15 minutes is a long time, but it didn't feel like long to me.
No.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever seen a comedian on there, yeah, their sets are so small and stuff, and you're like, we want more.
There's so much more material.
Yeah, I mean, like, I felt like I could have went on for like 3 hours, like I need my own special.
So how many times have you done the stand-up comedy? Has it just been the once, or have you done it since then?
Yeah, no, I just did it the one time, but I'm itching to do it again. Like, I wanted to do it again that night after I got off. Yeah, I wanted to go back
You wanted
up.
to get back up. Hey, listen, encore. Yeah. I got more. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I thought that I was pretty funny. And then I realized I'm just funny looking. So I can make people laugh at my personal features that I got going on here, but I'm not, I try to be funny, and I think I'm funny, but I don't know that I'm that funny. And I don't know if you've watched our show. We've actually had a really good comedian on here he's on Facebook. He does a lot of Facebook reels, and his name is Bryce. His name's Bryce Tucker. And if you watch some of his stuff, you'll question life itself as far as like, am I that funny? Like, can I be that funny? Because that's funny. The stuff that he does is absolutely, it's hysterical. He talks about how his uncle's a Mexican American. They're coming to steal the exhaust off your car just so they can, you know what I mean?
Cadillac converter.
Your catalytic converter, yeah. So I don't know. If you get a chance to watch him, he's really good.
Yeah.
Where was your set recorded? Is that somewhere where we can find it and watch it?
I asked the promoter. He said that he had a video guy, but I'm not sure. I never got it.
Yeah, and I tried to Google it because when Mark told me, he goes, no, he's a stand-up comedian as well. I was like, bro, I can't find him. On here. I looked. I went to TikTok. I was like, nothing. I was really like, do some TikTok stuff out there. Put it out there. Let's get you back on the horse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you might as well. Listen, I mean, do you have anything to lose? You've been in the ring, the wrestling ring, the boxing ring. You've been on stage. Do you have anything to lose? Nothing, right?
No.
Then do it. If it's something that you wanted to go 15 more minutes, go do 15 more minutes. Go do an open mic somewhere. I want to see it, man. I want to, we would like to see you do stand up. We want to see you climb back in the ring and fight those dream opponents. Speaking of boxing, I want to go back to that. Have you ever had an opponent that you just couldn't understand, like you couldn't figure out a way to beat them?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say there was a few.
Okay. You just got to, because I know that there's a whole attitude going into this that I can understand this person, and I've watched their tapes and I know how they're gonna fight. But then people get in the ring, and like I said, I'm no boxer, but I just know that if I climb in the ring with somebody, the first thing that I would have said to myself is, didn't he knock somebody out with a right hook? And I'm watching for the right hook the whole time. So I don't know if that's one of those things where you were like, hey, listen, in my mentality, I'm always looking for the right hook, or I'm always looking for this particular thing from this person.
Well, usually, like, all the opponents that I faced, they didn't really have like a lot of video on them, or maybe no video at all.
Okay.
So it was very hard to like study your opponent. So I probably had more video on me than they did. So they knew.
So they watched you.
Yeah. That's why I don't like putting up too much of my stuff up on them.
Okay.
Because I don't like people seeing my way of fight.
And I didn't see, and the only thing, and I don't know if this is something you want to talk about or not, I didn't see a record. We were looking, and I was trying to find a record.
Yeah, I was about to ask that
of your matches.
Do you know what your wins, lost, tied? You know what your record is?
Yeah. It's what is it? It's 25 5 and 19 knockouts.
Wow, 25, 5, and 19 knockouts. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: have you ever been knocked out in the ring?
Never.
Never been knocked out. Have you been knocked? Now, is this a real thing? Have you been knocked senseless to where you don't know where you're at the moment?
No.
No. Wow.
No.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. What weight are the gloves? For, once again, we got a lot of people here that don't know a lot of stuff about boxing. What is the weight size of your gloves that you box with?
Amateur boxing, because I fought amateur. I fought in the 2008 Golden Gloves, and I fought as a heavyweight, and I made it to the semifinals in the Golden Gloves, and I lost the decision. Those fights are 12 ounce gloves.
12 ounce gloves. Okay. So that's 12, and that's 12 ounces behind the amount of punch that you have. Is that right? So you have whatever the power of the swing is, plus 12 ounces. Is that right?
Yeah. 12 ounces, the glove, and then, the punch.
The power itself. Yeah. Do you guys ever measure your punches to know what kind of power you're putting into it?
No, we don't really measure.
Okay. What about speed? Do you guys measure the speed of the punch?
No.
Okay. I thought that would be pretty cool. I thought that there was a way that you could do that. And
I'm surprised they don't have that in the pros.
They're probably.
Yeah, I would think in boxing in general, like I would like to see that in the amateurs and in the pros. Like, hey, this is the amount of power that this guy's putting out. This is the speed that he's throwing that punch at.
Like in baseball, how they have the speed meter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. I just came up with something. I'm gonna go ahead and say right here on the 25th of April that I've just created something. Myself, Anthony, and Mark, we just created something. So if anybody in boxing decides that they're going to use this,
punch meter.
A punch meter. Yeah, the punch meter. Let's do that. We got to build it.
Did you have a favorite person that you you get into the ring with, and you're like, okay, I want to knock his ass out. Was there one person that you wanted to knock out for sure? I know it's you normally want to knock out all your opponents, but just one in particular you wanted to knock out altogether.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, there was a few.
Mark is one of them. Brian's the other guy. So
no, not this time. We're actually doing good.
I don't know, dude. We're over here talking shit with somebody, and we do this all the time. So
Yeah.
it's all Mark's fault, just so you know, Tony. It was all Mark's
Yeah.
fault that we created this show. It has been a shit show since the beginning, and we really appreciate you coming on and helping us with it.
It is his fault that he's got a Detroit Lions hat on.
Hey! leave my team alone.
Listen, I'm just gonna let you know I give all handicapped people that hat. I'm a Steelers fan, so we're right around the corner there.
Oh, Jesus friend. Christmas!
Oh, I know, right?
Dude, so. You have a winning record at least.
And you guys are both in Florida?
Yeah, we're both here. I'm originally from Michigan.
Oh boy.
And my entire family is from PA. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I lived in Jersey. I spent a little bit of time in Philly. So when people tell me that, hey, I know where to get the best Philly cheesesteak, I'm like, where? Because we didn't cross the bridge. So tell me where we're getting the best Philly from. Oh yeah. Subway's got it. Who?
Yeah, right. Subway's got the best. Okay, yeah.
We just got a Jimmy John's. Is that what we got? So we just got a Jimmy John's. I don't know if you know what that is, Tony. But
yeah, I heard of it.
Well, so we just got a Mike's Jersey.
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah,
Jersey Mike's. That's it. So we got a Jersey Mike's and Jersey Mike's, and I want to try the Philly there because I've heard really good things about the Jersey Mike's Philly. So we'll see what happens. But best Phillies, you got to cross the bridge. You get right into PA, and if it doesn't have Cheese Whiz, am I right? It's got to have Cheese Whiz on it. It has to be served in a greasy brown bag, or it's not a real Philly. That's a thing. I'm not even kidding.
No, I've heard that one. I've heard that.
Listen, if the bag's not greasy, send it back. Tell them put some more cheese on it or something.
Now, is there anything that you got coming up that you want to promote?
I did 3 weeks ago. I did a charity event for autism here in New Jersey at a club called Headliners in Neptune, and one of the promoters were Serge. He's a music artist, and DJ Tunes. He was the promoter, and they wanted me to do an appearance and come out and support the good cause, and so I came out and supported the cause of autism, and it was a great event. So I did that because they're great guys, and it's good to give back. So I did that, and then with the movie premiere for somewhere in Queens, I've been promoting that. So I helped out roadside attractions films. They're the ones that put out the film, and they're a part. They teamed up with Lionsgate Films. So I I've been promoting it with them, dealing with the media, the PR team, and just trying to get the word out and having people go see the great movie.
Very cool. Yeah, I saw a couple of previews for it. It does look very interesting. If you've not watched Everybody Loves Raymond, it's funny as hell. I'm hoping that movie is going to have a little bit of that Ray Romano feel from Everybody Loves Raymond, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody get a chance when that movie launches. Let's go check that out. and support that.
Oh
movie.
yeah, it's already out.
And that's
out.
that's what is it called? One more time.
Somewhere in Queens.
Somewhere in Queens, and we can watch that now. That
in
is already
theaters,
out.
Worldwide. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, and it's considered a comedy. Drama?
Comedy rated R. Yes, comedy drama rated R.
Okay. So if you're going to take your kids, make sure they're prepared for it. So.
Yeah, and Laurie Metcalf, she played in Roseanne.
Yep.
She's in it too. She plays Ray's Romano's wife.
Okay.
And and then Jessica, what's her last name? I forgot. Esposito. She played in Blue Bloods.
Okay.
Oh, from TV. Blue
Yes.
Bloods from TV. Yeah.
Yeah. And now she's coming back. And she's in the film. She plays the neighbor. And now she's also directing her own movie. And she's it's going to be in the Tribeca Film Festival in June in New York City. So she's going to be promoting that. She lives in New York, so she's going to be there promoting that, trying to get that into getting picked up to be in theaters. So I'm trying to maybe see if I can get out to the Tribeca Film Festival and see if I can help out.
Yeah,
support her
too. Yeah,
and meet talk to her because I saw her at over here. She was over here, and but there's all a bunch of different films, so you get to meet the casting directors, and all this and all that. So you get to meet
Very
all different directors and stuff like that.
Very cool.
So
so we had touched on a lot of stuff, boxing, wrestling, movies.
No MMA.
We didn't really talk about MMA, but that's okay.
No, well, I was going to ask him see if he ever thought about doing MMA, but
And MMA, when I was little, I did Taekwondo, karate for self defense. Because my not too much my dad, but my mom's like, you got to learn to fight back, defend yourself from the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Old school Italian mom. Fight back. She could have played in the movie Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Strike first and don't stop until you see blood. That's how she was.
Very cool.
That's way of saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. So she took me. Yeah. So she took me. I went to Taekwondo and I got all the way up to brown belt, brown stripe, one belt away from black, and but that was as far as I did with that, just for self-defense. But as far as like MMA fighting in the cage, not really my thing. It's a different fighting style, and obviously boxers get paid more than MMA fighters.
That is
Really?
true. Yes.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a MMA fighters get unless you're top tier, big name, you don't get shit.
Oof.
But Conor McGregor, when he was at his top, he was only getting paid like $2-3 million.
Yeah, that's about it. But when he fought Mayweather, he banked.
Yeah, when he fought Mayweather, he made $200 million.
Oof.
Yep.
Why didn't you retire? I'm tired of getting punched in the face. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Some people like it.
$200 million, and then he came out with his whiskey, proper.
Yeah.
He came out with his whiskey, and then he sold it for I think $200 million.
Something like that. Yeah.
So he's got $500 million in the bank, is what you're telling me.
Oh, he's probably got more than that.
So the guy we're going to rob tonight is Conor McGregor. Conor, if you're watching, lock your doors.
Yeah, and then he and then he came back and he fought. He came back he came back to the UFC and he fought Cowboy Cerrone. He fought him.
He's got another match coming up. Conor McGregor does. I don't know who he's facing. They just announced it not too long ago. Said that he signed a new contract and he's going to fight somebody, but they haven't said yet.
Well,
that's crazy. I mean, I mean, how much money is he's going to make? What, $2 million? I mean, even Brock Lesnar. I know when Dana White wanted to have him re-sign, Brock is like, listen, I'm making more in WWE than I was in UFC,
absolutely.
and I'm taking less damage.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care if I beat Randy Couture for the World Heavyweight Championship. I can win the WWE championship and
only defend
not
it once every 3 months.
and not
still make all kinds of money. Yeah. Yeah.
And not get cut open.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, we have had you on here for right there at just over an hour. I wanted to ask you, where can our viewers catch you on your social media? What do you got upcoming that you want people to know about? Just put it out there so people know how to follow you.
My website, that's I got AJ Vatone. He runs that. He's in California. Age One Entertainment. He runs that in California. That's AnthonyPatanella.com. So all my updated stuff, pictures, info, inquiries, can be sent over there. And then Facebook is Anthony Patanella. You can find me on there. Fan page is Anthony Patanella, Italian Gladiator. You can find me on there by just putting my name in the search. And then Instagram is official Anthony Patanella. And then Twitter is ITA_Gladiator. And then LinkedIn is Anthony Patanella.
And when are we going to see the TikTok starting to pop up? You got to do it. Now you got to do it. You just go see if you get the see it. What did our guest say? Oh my God, it's gonna go venereal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Matt Thrash says you got to get on TikTok and make a video because it's going to go venereal. You mean viral? No, venereal. You know the other thing. So
yeah,
if you do get a chance to get on there, check out TikTok. If you're not watching videos on there, they're absolutely hysterical. Some of them are true to life kind of thing. But if you do get on there, make sure that you post it on your Insta, post it on your Twitter, where you're at on TikTok, so that we can follow you there as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I make one, they're gonna ban it.
That's okay. That's the name of the game. That's exactly what happens. I've already had an account taken down because I don't know. I'm not racist. I hate everybody.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
Equally. That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Well, Tony, thank you for being our guest tonight. Is there anything else that we missed that you want to talk about before we let you go?
I think we covered everything. I give a shout out to Teresa in Oklahoma. She's got a boxing promotion, Bombshell Boxing Entertainment. She's helping me out. She's got a promoter's license out there, and she's working hard because her goal is to start promoting boxing and bringing boxing back to the local communities in Oklahoma and the surrounding areas. And that's her goal and her dream, to be a female boxing promoter and bring boxing back. So we're planning on something big soon. And with my team and possibly on pay-per-view with streaming.
Okay.
Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll help you promote it.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
We will absolutely put it out there for you. We'll I mean, listen, we've got two people that we can tell, mom and dad, and both of them want to know. So
we got four on today.
For the people that actually will come back and watch this or listen to it on Spotify later, please check out these great promotions, and that's Bombshell Boxing. Is it entertainment? Bombshell Boxing Entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out. Does she have an Instagram that we need to check out? Probably the same name.
Instagram, yeah, it's Teresa, and then it's Bombshell Boxing Entertainment.
Got it.
Yeah, she's on there. Yeah.
Well, okay, Mark, do you have anything else for Tony?
No, sir.
Tony, I don't have any more questions. I think we ate up all the questions I had, I think.
No more shit talking?
Oh man. No. I got to get up at 4 a.m. So, wow. Oh yeah.
What, do you got to milk the cows?
How did you know? We this business right here, this one right here, has an event tomorrow morning, and I am going to go help with that event. So I'm going to make sure that I get up and I'm ready to go. I gotta get up and make coffee, and I can barely do that. So wish me luck. The reason I ask about the boxing gloves, I don't know. I was just going to go buy a pair of boxing gloves and like fill it with water and just hit myself with it a couple of times just to see if I can knock myself back out. So
there ain't gonna be no rematch.
No, I'll be dead or knocked out. Who did that?
Rocky and Apollo?
Oh my goodness. All right, Anthony, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
All right.
Thanks. Have a good
night. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Mark, you're all blurry again.
Fucking thing.
Yeah, you're all blurry again, my friend. All right, guys, that was Anthony Patanella. That's Anthony Stallone Patanella. Check him out on his Instagram. Once again, he does have his own website. That's anthonypantanella.com, and that's Patenella, Patanella. And I'm sorry if I butchered that, Anthony, but I'm only human. So, Mark, what else do you got? Oh, I wanted to.
Yeah, we're going to address something today. Something that was brought up. We're part of the Deluxe Edition Network, and we were asked not too long ago on why we do live podcasts or a live show. And so today we decided that we wanted to address that, just to say why we do it, not just because of, for me, it's fun doing a live show because, you get what you get. Right? You don't have to add, special effects or anything like that. I like doing it not only for, you get to see all the, in my words, all the fuck ups we do. You get to hear me. You get to hear me stutter a lot. You get to hear me. I do that very well, especially when I'm nervous. But it helps. I like doing it because it's just fun that way. I get to interact with people as they're asking questions.
And then I think the great thing about it too is like the next day when I go to work and I get to hear people say, man, I watched the show last night, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And then they tell me like, oh yeah, you flubbed up on this, and Mark messed up, and I'm like, that's fine, dude. That's why that's why we do it live, because you get the outtakes right then and there. We could do a bunch of edits, and you watched me do my commercial for this podcast, right? You laughed a couple of times, but I'm going to tell you, that was a pain in the butt, dude. I don't want to go through that. I'd rather mess up and then just be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, and move on. Right.
Exactly.
So, if we do invite you, if you are a part of the network and you want to be on our show, we would love to have you. We'll talk about your podcast the entire time that you're here. We are just a very small cog in the system, and we're just here to, make things fun for everybody. And speaking of our network, speaking of Deluxe Edition Network, there's something that I'd love to show you guys. Mark and I were talking about this earlier. We just have such a great team, and that team just keeps growing. And Mark's favorite podcast, here it is.
Oh, of course, History I'd Like to Fuck.
It's
Right
History
there.
I Love. Is it because you're in love with Dawn? Don't tell your wife, because
No. No, I mean, you got to listen to her explain history. She'll make you like it.
I got you. Barrel Age Flicks, Bev's Video Kingdom. Here's a brand new one, right, Mark? This
Yes.
is a group of guys that I watched after we did a podcast with Toby.
Yes.
And this is the podcast that Toby is a part of. Is that correct?
Yes.
And they ended up joining our network.
Exactly.
We're not special, guys. I don't know what you were thinking. You messed up. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to the Deluxe Edition Network.
Right.
We are really happy to have you here, and thank you guys for giving us a listen as we're giving you guys a listen. Spoil My Movie podcast. These guys are fantastic. They were podcast of the month last month, and they've had some great shows with some great, just go back and watch a couple of episodes last month, and you'll get a good laugh. You'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I don't remember that. True crime stuff, dude. This stuff, I feel like I'm sucked into the screen when they start talking about these cases and stuff.
Exactly.
So be careful. Watch them, but be careful. That's the same with down here. I just want to scroll down real quick. That's the same with this gentleman here, the Broken System podcast.
Well, it's sort of. I mean,
Because
you're gonna get sucked in. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna get sucked in very quick. Just like crimes over. Go down.
Oh, you want me to go back down? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Up. Go up. Go back all the way down to the. Keep going.
Up or down, bud? Down.
Well, okay, up. It would be up.
True crimes.
Go all the way. No, go all the way down.
Okay.
Keep going. Crimes over cocktails.
Over cocktail. Yeah.
I just started listening to one of hers today, and then
Okay.
it'll definitely get you sucked in. TikTok Tuesday. I have not heard that one yet.
I've not heard this one yet either, but this one interests me because this was a platform that I said, hey, Mark, what if we, go on TikTok and just pick videos and start talking about them? I wonder if that's how this one is. So I'm going to get a chance here in the next couple of days, and I'm going to go on the network and I'm going to click on TikTok Tuesday, and I'm going to see what they're up to. But dude, look at all these great podcasters out there, man. Tara Tuesday, this is one of your other favorites. That she's an actress and now has her Amber. What's her last name?
Brooke.
Yep. And what's her real name?
Hoffmeister. Yeah, Hoffmeister.
There you go. And then, of course, the guys over at Deluxe Edition Network have their own show, and that is Deluxe Edition Network, the Deluxe Edition with Casey and Ray. Thank you both for having us. Thank you both for having Mark and I be a part of the show. We're sorry if we fucked it up, but it's your fault. So the 10 Cent Beer Night podcast, this is another great one. And guys, I love drinking beer. So I may have to leave Mark and go over to this cast one day.
Oh, fuck no,
Just
you can't let me know. You fucked up.
I have not had a chance yet to scope
Metalhead,
out.
no, and neither have I.
Metalhead. You got Horsing Around. You've got Take on the World, the Take on the World podcast. I briefly got a chance to take a one quick listen to theirs. Once again, you're gonna find there's gonna be a podcast on here for somebody. You know, whether you like funny, you like horror, you like drama,
live.
you like true crime, because
Right.
it's all here. In a Pickle, the In a Pickle show. You have Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13.
Kyle's been on. Yeah,
I
Kyle.
still like the original name. I'm sorry, Kyle. Bring it back, please, for the love of God, somehow.
I think so too. But
you know,
you know-
Deep Dark Secrets. This one joined, I think, right at the same time that we joined. Is that right?
Right after we did, but yes, you're
Okay.
correct. We haven't really talked about them a whole lot, but we have checked out some of their stuff.
You got Growing Up Bananas over here, the Real Drunks podcast. Once again, guys, I'm over here. Give me a shout anytime. You know, I'll come on the show. Mark doesn't drink, so I got your back. The Barrel Age Chicks. This goes along with your Barrel Age Flicks, folks. The Graveyard Club, Quad Pro Quo. Steven, who's a really good friend to Mark and who has absolutely welcomed myself into this podcasting world.
That's where I originally started from, was his podcast.
Yeah, because without Steven, we would not be talking shit today.
That is true.
Hidden History and the Odyssey. Oh my God, Odyssey Through Time.
Yeah, that one's a little interesting too. I haven't got
that out.
I've only listened to a little bit of that one.
True Crime Arthurs. And this one I think is new. Is that right? Steve and Crypto
Yeah,
Show.
I think it's a couple weeks been on here, but that's about it.
Okay, as well as The Broken System, which we got a chance to interview Robert. Robert is fantastic. I think that he's going to draw you in and kind of keep you wanting to listen to the next show.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the show actually. Yeah. Once we hear it, we're going to be able to say, "Oh crap!" Now I want him back on just to see what he said.
Well, let's see. He drops his first 3 episodes. I believe it's May
4th.
4th. I was going to say the 2nd. Thank you for saving me there. So I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, Deluxe Edition Network, go check them out. And while you're there, there's one other thing, Mark. While you're over on the Deluxe Edition Network, there's a little thing up here called the
Denny's.
The Denny's. And if you go to the Denny's, click on the big yellow block there, it'll give you an opportunity to go through and vote for your favorite podcast of the year. We are the letter U. That is, if you want to vote for us, we are U.
That's right. And screw the rest.
Okay, fine.
Just vote for us and screw the rest. Oh,
I don't think we can do that. I take your time, guys. Go through and check off who you want to vote for. There's really, really cool and fun categories on here, like the most fuckable U.S. presidents. And I, in fact, said it has to be a JFK because he has more holes now. And it was Mark's favorite U.S. president. And to this day, is he still your favorite U.S. president?
Yes, he's my idol.
So we are going to absolutely pick that. We said worst accents in a movie. I said Robin Hood. Yeah. 10 Cent Beer Night did best mustache.
And we kept going back and forth on a few different ones, but we ended up with what was it?
We did John C. Reilly.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
John C. Reilly. Deluxe Edition's top 5 stories.
Oh, this one, yeah. This one was the flag.
No. We're on number 5.
Sorry. Rebranding. Yeah.
This is his with his wife. No, with his wife.
No, yeah, they did Mark's. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then we did the flag.
Yeah, we did.
Iwo Jima. Yeah.
Yep.
We did. Let's see, Steven Jarvis and Friends, best Punisher ever. I'm still gonna go with Dolph.
I disagreed, and I said Thomas Jane.
Then we're going Thomas Jane. It's your turn, and
video.
Our friend over at Return of the Living Flet. Telling you that's the name of the podcast, and that's the name it should be. But hey, best video game remake for 22 and 23.
No, it's not remake. It's the best video game of the year.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
And I think
I said Dead Space. You're not a fan of Dead Space.
No,
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, but we ended up picking Dead Space because we just did.
Okay. Let's see. The Graveyard Club best horror movie for 2022. You picked X.
I loved X. I like Black Phone.
Black Phone was dope, dude.
Yeah, I like that one. Barbarian. I did not like Smile, and Ends pissed me off, so I went with X because that was the better one.
All right. Mark does not drink, but I said Whistle Pig Whiskey with the movie Rambo is going to be the way to go. Okay, this is our category here. And listen, I picked B because it's...
Oh, hell, she's got great...
legs. Her attitude. Her attitude is
I wasn't talking about her legs or her attitude. I was talking about her breast.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Spoil My Movie, best animal sidekick. And if you've not seen Violent Night, please go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. It's funny.
It is fantastic.
It is awesome.
World's True Crime, most emotional cases. We sat down with the guys the other day, and I do agree with those folks from was it our last show?
Yeah.
That the Columbine shooting is probably one of the most controversial, one of the most emotional cases kind of thing. Real Drunks, best movie of the 90s. Pick the movie that you want. Don't pick the movie that made the most money. Pick the money. Pick the movie that you like in the 90s.
Out of all of them, I liked Wayne's World, but Forrest Gump was the one for me. I'll watch that one any day of the week.
And I'm a Goodfellas guy, so but I will watch Forrest Gump too. That's one of those that I can do. Taking on the World, most gruesome murders of all times.
It's always Jack the
Ripper.
Not knowing who he is,
True crime authors, most prolific serial killer. This is where we both kind of went off on a little tangent the other day. I was saying either Dahmer or Bundy, and I think you said GSK. Is that right?
Well, no, they said GSK. I went with, to me, most prolific.
Prolific.
As Ted Bundy, myself.
The dude is a freaking psycho. Deep Dark Secrets, most notorious necrophiliac. This is somebody that has sex with dead people.
And, again, there's waiver for all of them here, but we ended up going with Jeffrey Dahmer in this one.
Yes, that's right.
Ridgway, killed more people and had sex more with them, but, we went with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bev's Video Kingdom, most memorable movie stoners.
This is where we split the difference because you said Cheech.
I'm always going to be a Cheech fan. I like Cheech and Chong movies. And,
I like Dustin McCauley because he did a great stoner, but Cheech is the one that started it all off.
Then we're going Cheech. And how about most delicious cereals?
All of them are good, but we're going to end up going with Captain Crunch because you just like scratching the shit out of your roof of your mouth.
That's right.
I can eat it without doing this that.
Well, that's because you got them things in. Listen, here's the thing. If you don't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to cut your mouth open with some Captain Crunch while you watch Saturday morning cartoons, shame on you. That's your fault.
I had Fruity Pebbles in the house. I didn't have that shit.
Metalhead Journey's best metal band ever. And I think
Metallica.
We're on the same page with this one.
That one will never change.
Barrel-aged chicks, worst sex scene in a movie. this one we're kind of torn on.
Yeah, because all of them had really bad ones, but I think we ended up with Howard the Duck.
I think we ended up with Howard the Duck. Growing Up Bananas, best video game soundtrack. I said Grand Theft Audio. Oh my God, Grand Theft Audio. Oh my God, help me, Mark, please spit it out.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, that's the one. San Andreas. And the reason for that is because when you jump in a car and you steal a car, you can drive around and listen to any radio station you want to, whether it's Latin, rap, country, and it's great.
Or talk shows, even.
So, oh, hey, maybe we're going to make it on a talk show on the next Grand Theft Audio. Oh, my God.
Auto.
That's the one. What he said. All right, last one. Tuesday Terror. And this is your friend, Miss Brooke.
Yes.
And she wants us to vote for her, unfortunately. The Scream Queen is always going to be in our hearts until she dies.
In his heart. But,
until she dies, it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
That's it. Guys, get over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Check out all the great podcasts that there are to offer. Check out the Denny's. And once again, just like this thing over here, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching.
And it ends May. Last date is May 1st.
So we're running out of time. And I need that belt, dude.
That's exactly it. He wants that damn belt.
And
oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Before we do anything else, I want you to take this off the screen so that it's a little bit bigger.
Okay. Hey.
How about
hey, yo.
Now, Brian.
Yes.
I want you to stand up. I want you to show people what you're wearing tonight.
Can I just do this?
Yeah, that'll work too. Hey, it even went. Okay, there we go. All right.
Not bad for some coloring crayons and.
We are working on some designs that one design right now that we're working on, and we're even we're going to start taking orders here soon. Where basically we're going to let you pay half up front, half right before we ship, or you can pay the whole damn thing. I don't give a shit as long as it's paid. But we're going to figure out how we're going to do all that here and release that here in the near future on what we're going to use it our to get money, PayPal, or if we're going to use PayPal probably, but
yeah, PayPal. I mean, listen, you can write me a check if you want to just make it out to Cash. That's my name. And we'll get that all. What? This is not the final product, guys. This is just a prototype.
The final product, the color is going to be changing and the mic's going to look different and all this stuff. We're supposed to, hopefully we'll hear something here real soon on that. We had to do a few little changes because, the person that made that logo copyright it. So
they stole the logo.
So yes, they stole the logo and I wasn't happy about it. We put it on a shirt and we found out then that it was all, you could see in it. So it's almost a product like that. But as soon as we're ready to go to, do this, we'll let people just see what the logo is going to look like. And hopefully we can get people to buy it and wear it around so people can say, what is that? Talking shit?
That's right. That's the show that you're listening to right now. Guys, we really appreciate your time tonight. We appreciate you coming and checking us out. For every single guest that we have, we really do appreciate you for stopping by, even if it's for a few minutes. Thank you for giving us an opportunity and a chance. Mark, I'm good if you're good, buddy.
And we're 3 away from 300 subscribers as of right now.
Go tell your mom, dad, sister, aunt, uncles, cousin. Tell them all. Just, hey, did you guys subscribe yet to Talking SHTTT over there on YouTube? Because that
we give you permission.
Brian said he said something about giving away $5 to every person that subscribes after 500. Just saying.
Well, we're gonna come up with something for 500. and once we get to 500, we'll do a giveaway. And then when we hit 1,000, we'll even do a bigger giveaway. But until
next show, Mark. What do you got?
the next show, we have what did we have? Shit.
Is it Joe? Is Joe our next show?
No, Joe's on the. We got another card reader.
Okay.
What the hell's her name? Man, I hate it when I tell you names and then
I know, and then I put you on the spot.
Angie. Her name's Angie Chafin. I think that's how you say it. I hope so. If not, I'm sorry, Angie.
All right, so we're gonna check her out. What day?
On the 2nd.
May 2nd. Okay.
Yep. And then hopefully we find out something on the Denny's on how we're going to present them and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
And then on the second, on the May 4th, we're going to have Jason Brooks. For some
I know that guy.
For some of you people, you may know him as Jason Voorhees from Vengeance 2, Roseblood. And then he's also in a bunch of other movies too. And we'll talk about that all in his upcoming movies on next Thursday. This Thursday, we're not going to have anything.
Because it's somebody's birthday.
My wife's birthday. And
she's
then
going to be 36 years old.
She's going to be 24.
She keeps telling you that, but okay.
Yes, okay. And that's what I'm sticking with is 24. And then we're going to, on Saturday, we'll celebrate our 25th anniversary.
Me and you?
No, my wife.
Mark, I love you to death, man. We've been together for, I think,
over 30 years.
I was going to say longer than 25 years. How did you forget?
Yeah, we're like
flowers.
We're like at 32 years, being friends or something like that.
Yeah, I want flowers, you son of a bitch. You don't buy me flowers.
My wife doesn't even like flowers, so I'm okay with that. And plus, I could buy you beer and you'll be okay.
Super happy. Guys, it's been a really great night. Thank you all for stopping in and watching and talking shit with us. I'm Brian.
I'm Mark. Have a good night.